5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, you got some more from KZOR. This is KZOR from Cape Town. How you doing? How you doing? Doing. I was sent this by Rob Fisher for the purposes of this review. So he thought it best that he sent me one though, so our South Africans would represent this little nugget. Now we will find out if this little Coilart DPRO RDA bottom feeding capability is going to be fool's gold or it's going to be real gold. I just want to show you something. Just look at that. Now if you're wondering what is that, because you might see a Hadley on top, but you see a goon tip. I'm a word. My mate Jock, aka Hans, made me this beauty, and this beauty is a 510 goon styled tip. Just look at that. Beautifully made with a 510 bore, but it looks like a goon tip. Now ain't this just fantastic? So if you guys are interested in these kind of tips and you're local South Africans, give Hans a PM on the forums and ask him to make you one. It's fanabulous. Still got my G-Box S100, still enjoying it a lot. We had a VapeCon recently and you guys probably know about it. And for those of you into squonking, I actually went to the Geek Vape store, the Geek Vape stand, and I asked those guys. It took me a while though to communicate with them, but I asked them if Geek Vape was planning out on bringing a squonker, another squonker, because that's the rumors I actually heard, and they said yeah. He confirmed that about in a month's time they will be releasing a regulated single 18650 squonker. So it might be worthwhile just checking it out, guys, because this guy really has given me great service and I'm still enjoying this Geek Vape squonker tremendously. So without any further ado, let's see if this guy's worth every cent you're going to pay for this. Alright. Okay. So you got your typical little box. Open it up. Typical Coilart design, Coilart logo. You've got a whole variety of colors in which this guy's going to come. And thankfully, Rob sent me the one I was looking for, which is the plain, nice stainless steel, because this is what I want to use it on. Check out this weird thing that happened to me though. I had this little bottle inside the G-Box, but for some other reason it actually got a little cut in it. I don't know what I had in my pocket, but if you can check, there's a little cut which I tried to melt closed, but you can still see the little opening over there. Went overseas, ordered me two. It cost me 140 rand, okay, to get shipped over here. Then somebody linked me to a local website called Evolution Vapes. There you go. And they actually had these little bottles on their website. So I ordered 5 of them. Why would I want this bottle? Very simple. I like it. Right. It is fairly hard, but the great thing about the hard bottles is that when you press it, it bounces back immediately. So it sucks excess juice down very quickly. I like that. I had bottles which are extremely soft, which was in the SVA when I received it, and it's just too soft. It's hopelessly too soft. I ordered myself 2 of these bottles and they are much nicer. They are more firm than those bottles. Nice little up close of this specific bottle, very nice. And you can see there SJMY Vape is written at the top over there. They also go back to their original shape fairly quickly. So these are actually the perfect bottles, but unfortunately those bottles do not fit here. So I actually had to get these little bottles. But yeah, but the strange thing is I ordered 5 of them and they cost me 75 rand in South Africa. Whereby I had to go overseas and order 2 of them beforehand for 140, 150 rand. So yeah, thanks to South Africans who actually still got them in stock for such a great decent price. I like a lot. Let's quickly go macro and check out what this DPRO looks like. So if we open up the little box, here's all the goodies which you are going to get on the inside. It's a nice little baggie with a bit of cotton and 2 fused Claptons in. You got a little card here, a quality control card, which actually say you quality control pass, little Allen key, Then we get a little baggie of goodies. We've got 4 little grub screws, which are all hexagonal, so you're going to use your Allen key for that. And we have got our fantastic bottom feeding pin, which I will be replacing because that's what I'm going to use, the atomizer as well. And then you've got a couple of O-rings with various sizes, these 2 guys being the same. And then you get a nice small thicker one here as well. Coilart RDA, dual air holes on that side, stainless steel construction. Base is going to be gold plated. You have got DPRO and designed by Coilart is on there as well. You've got this nice fat, it almost looks like an Ultem tip. Not sure if it's Ultem material though, but it's got a 510 bore on the inside, so it gives you that goon style. Doesn't remove too hard. O-ring on the inside that keeps it in place. But yeah, it's got some tension to it, so that it's not going to come off when you're going to suck on the whole thing. One problem which I already see is all these fingerprints. Just look at that, man. Look at all those fingerprints on there already. Bit of a moaning and groaning going on there. Alright, it's like an old man. Ow, why you remove me? There you go. And that's what the deck looks like, guys. Alright, so you can see it's a postless deck. You're going to put in your little legs over there. You're going to fasten your legs from the bottom, as what you can see over there. There, you're going to fasten your legs in. And yeah, there's the holes for the airflow is going to come through there, and as well as on the other side, that it angles downwards. Cool. So you can get the opportunity to actually build your coils nice and close, get your air underneath, and pull up all those nice, lovely juices which we've got over there. Nicely spaced O-rings over there. Okay, here's a very nice close-up of the deck. You can most definitely see your peak insulation, which is running over there, okay, all around there. So this means these 2 legs which are going to go in there is going to be your positive legs. Negative is going to be this side between those. I can already see that because your air holes are this side, that putting in a single coil in the middle is going to be too far away from your air hole. So I would suggest that you rather use dual coil with this atty star 510, nicely deep grooved. So yeah, let's just remove that now while we add it and put in our 510 pin. Okay, comes out fairly easily. No problem. Okay. Alright, so there we've got it. 510 in, quick and easy, using the Allen key provided. So the Allen key actually fits the grub screws as well as the 510, which is nice, because previously I've had RDAs which you actually had to use a different Allen key to replace or to swap your normal 510 with a 510 bottom feeding pin. I love the air slots to actually take down the air at an angle, which means it makes it harder for leakage to actually occur. Even if you over squonk, the juice actually has to travel uphill, which is very difficult. So let's see how this little guy builds and squonks and vapes. But yeah, you can also see it. Nice 510 threading. I've got no problem with threading. Thread's actually very good. Very nice, clean looking atomizer. Sweet potato. I just quickly adjusted the 510 pin. Took out a bit of anti-clockwise just to deepen it. And now I'm going to put on the atty. So let's see if it's going to sit flush. Oh yeah, man. Just look how nicely that looks now. Nice and flush, man. Flush as flush can be. So yeah, cool. I think that looks great. So let's quickly do a build on this. Right guys, so what I'm going to do is I made myself some dual 26s wrapped with 38 gauge. And I'm just going to make 2 3mm diameter coils. So there are the 2 little coils which I'm going to use, and I think it looks decent. Alright, as you can see there's 2, 4, 6, 8 wraps. So if you look down that hole, you'll absolutely see you're going to hit the bottom half of my coil, and that's exactly what I want. Alright, so if I turn it skew, I just lose focus of my coils at the top. So I think this is the height which I'm going to work with, and I'm going to try and get my coils as close as possible to those specific airflow holes. Closer you are with your coils towards your air holes, the more decent the flavor is. In any case, the less chance you're going to get of spit back. You can just test the squonker out while we're over there. Squonks very, very easily. There you go. I think this looks good. Good as gold. Just make sure that the screws are tightened, because normally when you heat it up, it's just got this tendency to slightly change shape. So just make sure that all your screws are nicely tight. Right, let's wick this guy. Sweet macaroni. Right. Fluff out these nannies. Floof. Floof them. Floof them. And then put them inside. Right, there you go, guys. Just check down the barrel to see if there's no cotton in the way of your coils. And no, it seems like Bob's your uncle. I just want to give a shout out to Bumblebee from the Vape Guy, who actually gave me this little hat when I walked past his stand and did some filming over there. So I'll most certainly wear it. Sure to check out the Vape Guy. Okay, Bumblebee. Anyway, so here's the SVA. Got it nicely saturated over there. I'm going to vapor at a lovely 60 watts over there. You can quickly see. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yes. Yes, nice responsive. Squonks beautifully. Oh my word. Cannot wait. Let's put on the top cap. Okay. Comes up nice and easily. Keep open the airflow fully wide and see if it's fine like this. You can use normal goon tips, Kennedy tips, etc. on this guy. Look at this nice goon tip. Oh my word. Now, ain't this just look lovely? Don't that look nice, huh? So yeah, I don't think I'm going to close this airflow down anymore though. I think it's very nice as it is. So yeah, no, I think it is absolutely perfect. So I'm going to keep it over there. Okay guys, now you got two options. You're going to get more airflow if you remove your coils further away from your air holes. Remember, I try to get mine as close as possible to get that air hitting, immediately hit that coil and bring up the flavor. And it's got very nice flavor. Alright guys, listen, these 24mm RDA, DPRO RDA Coilarts is available locally. They are being sold by two vendors currently, which I see. The one sells it for $4.80, the other one sells it for $5.99. If you see the build which I've got in there at the moment, you'll see it's two 3mm diameter coils, and that is the spacing which you have. I will definitely not go higher than this. I wouldn't make 3.5mm diameter coils. You're going to be too close to the sides, so I wouldn't recommend you to use as many reps as mine. Mine is coming in at 0.18 ohms at the moment. It's heating up fairly quickly. Flavor wise, it's got nice flavor, make no mistake. It still does not give you the flavor a single coil, or which I personally have experienced out of single coil RDAs. Most definitely not. It's got a nice dome shape, in case you were wondering about that though. So yeah, very nice on the inside though. But the fact that your legs actually go down into the base of the deck, that is where most of your heat is going to be produced though. When you fire this up, is your coil legs are going to heat the base. And because this guy is stainless steel, or what metal ever you're going to have, is going to heat up a lot quick from the base as well. So I wouldn't advise you to use this as a frequent dripper though, because it's going to warm up a lot and it's going to become uncomfortable for you. I think it looks nice. The airflow is sufficient for people like me though. I enjoy that though. If you use this as a normal dripper, your juice well is only 3mm deep, so you're going to drip frequently inside of this. As a squonker, it's actually nice. You can see how high your air holes are actually is. It's fairly high. I don't think you need, in this specific RDA, you don't need as much wicking as what I actually do have. So let's lessen it immediately. With that bit of excess wick, you can already see and hear that you've got a lot more juice, a lot more airflow as well. It's very simple. So because it removes that easily, it's also going to adjust very easily. So right, they've got it about 3/4. It's got more than enough clouds, guys. More than enough clouds. Check this out. Right, guys, so what is my final verdict? I like the look of it. I like the fact that you can put on goon tips on there. that I really enjoy. It does have great flavor. There's no problem. I can't fault it with the flavor. Only problem, as I said, which I have, is this guy tends to heat up a lot more than my other RDAs. But otherwise, as I say, I enjoy my single coil builds. This guy is not effectively going to be able to take a single coil build because your coil is going to be too far away from your air holes. But otherwise, build construction wise, looks very nice. It's got that fantastic juice collecting dome shape top on the inside, so that's nice. I think it builds very easily once you got your legs cut down to the length which you know is easy for you. Then you're not going to have a problem after that. But yeah, it doesn't leak as easy when you squonk. Okay, it leaks a lot easier than this, but I mean, I'm so used to this Hadley at this moment. I know exactly where and where not, and how hard not to squonk. But it's not going to beat this Hadley. The thing is, will I go out and get a second one? No. Not when you take into account the RDAs which I already have. Would I recommend you to go and buy this if you do not have the more expensive RDAs? And this being around 480 Rand to 599 at certain vendors as well. For sure, you can go and buy this. I mean, the flavor is great. You just cannot beat the Hadley. The Hadley and the Flavour, it's just great. I would say it is just as good as the Wasp, all right, but not as good as the Hadley and the Flavour, for sure. So yeah, you guys decide what you want to do. Thank you, Rob Fisher, for sending this along to me. Thanks, Bumblebee, for the cap at VapeCon, and I hope to do another review soon. And yeah, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Cheers. This is Kaiser over and out. Bye, guys.